Hello, I'm Gavin Batker, obviously, and this is my first vlog type thing, and it's about a subject that I'm really passionate about, so I figured I'd just jump right in. Now, keep in mind that I have no real script or editing software to speak of, so try to bear with me a bit. There's someone I know who shall remain nameless for now, who myself and several others believe to be pretty far in the closet, which is not uncommon, but the thing about this guy is that he comes from a devoutly religious Christian family, and while that's not uncommon either, when he was 13 years old, or somewhere around there, they suspected that he was not of the heterosexual nature, right? So, from what I can surmise, from what I've been told, they tried to pray the gay away. 13-year-old kid, and I hope that's not common. But there's something I need to get off my chest here. Myself and several friends, while through the time that I knew this man and through the time that they knew this man, we would kind of joke about it and refer to it and kind of laugh like, oh, has so-and-so come out of the closet yet? And when an opportunity for a pun arose, we certainly didn't waste it. But now I'm feeling very ashamed of that. And I think that it's something that we should be looking at with support and love and empathy instead of scrutiny, and instead of hypothesizing and gathering evidence and trying to figure out, oh, is he or isn't he? Because whether or not he is, and it's pretty obvious that he is, we should be looking at this man with the love that he has been so starved of since he was so young. And now, while I normally hate to delve into religious or spiritual matters on social media, anything, I feel that this needs to be said. Just a couple facts to lay down for you about the Bible, and I'm not trying to belittle it at all, I'm just trying to shed some light where obviously there isn't much. The famous anti-homosexuality verse, the one that is turned to all the time by zealots, enthusiasts, devotees, whatever you want to call them, and I forget the title of the verse. It's about pedophilia. If anyone were to look at the context of it, which apparently not many people have, yeah, it's referring to pedophilia, not homosexuality. So you might want to turn back to your Holy Bible next time you're in your room or at your bookshelf or in your personal library or in a hotel room. Check into it a little bit harder. And also, I urge you, while you do that, to a certain select people, I'm not talking to all of you, I'm just talking to a few of you, while you're doing that, look at the things, look at the verses, look at the stanzas, look at the pages where you've been preaching it, or being preached at about it and haven't been following it yourself. Then forgive yourself for it. Because, and now I'm getting deeper into something that I said I didn't want to get deeper into. At the time of the Bible's recording, or at the supposed time of the Bible's recording, there were no terms coined for heterosexuality, bisexuality, or homosexuality. Now, if you're going to completely bar and prohibit something, don't you think there would be a word for it already? Unless, of course, those concepts were so loose that people felt free to visit them or consider them or turn to them at any time they felt suited them. And if that is the case, which I totally believe to be, then why are we scarring 13-year-old children Why are we potentially ruining their chances at ever finding love in life, instead of putting love onto them? And that sounds kind of pedophilic, but I did not mean romantic love. Also, I don't believe that Jesus believed in sin. I don't. Now, those are my beliefs. You're free to have yours. No better, no worse. But let's look at that for a moment. If we're going to believe in an all-powerful deity, an all-powerful, omnipotent, all-knowing deity, why would we choose to believe or choose to subscribe to the belief that they follow the same human-made codes of right and wrong that we follow? Don't we want to believe that a God is above this? Don't we want to believe that a God sees past it? Don't we want to believe that a God is superior to man? Because that is also what we are saying, correct? We're saying that this judgment is being passed upon us, that this code of right and wrong is being applied to us. But why do we believe this when we also believe that God and Christ and the Holy Spirit are above us? That they see past all the other human bullshit, yet this rigid chain of judgment, they're totally for it. I don't see it. I just don't. And I don't, also while I'm on the subject, I don't see why we can't see that these beings that we're claiming to be above us are being placed directly at our level by us. You know what I'm saying? And I know that I stepped in a whole pot of what the fuck right now, but also we could apply this to the concept of time. Because many people claim that God created time, yet the dinosaurs couldn't have existed because God created the earth in 7 days, and man was right there. Now, why would a deity that is above us, that is omnipotent, see time in a linear format as we do? That also does not make sense to me. That is a completely separate video entirely. I'm sorry I tangentialized so much. Is that a word? Tangentialized? But let's get back to this poor, poor man. Now, I don't say poor, poor man out of pity and I'm better than you. I say poor, poor man because it's a shame when any young person's impressionable mind has to be impressed on by the boot of a fearful, sad zealot who doesn't know what they're talking about and doesn't know what the person they're following was talking about. Because also, while these are my beliefs and I can't speak for you, nor do I want to, doesn't it seem that Jesus was talking about love and loving each other and just kind of hanging out? I don't recall him ever saying anything judgmental. I don't recall him turning anyone away. Not a prostitute, not a traitor, not a sick man, many sick men, nor the starving or the downtrodden. And I think that everyone is deserving of that love, and I'm sure he did too. I love you, everyone who's watching this, and I especially love you, person who this is intended for. Now again, not romantically, so don't be all narcissistic dipshit and be like, oh, he's talking about me, as a big gay crush on me, blah blah blah. And if you are thinking that this video is about you, hate to break it to you, it's probably about you in one way or another. So I urge you to sit back, look at your life a little bit, and think about what you've been told versus what you actually feel that you believe. and what you actually feel that you deserve to believe about yourself. I hope this made sense. And I really hope it helps somehow, some way or another. Anyway, peace out. Good night.